G'day and thanks for joining us on another trip around Queensland. Today I'll be starting mine in Bundaberg and heading to a little piece of paradise on the southern Great Barrier Reef. So by the end of the show, I'll be barefoot and burying my toes in the coral sands of Lady Musgrave Island. Also coming up, a weekend city escape that you can win.
What a view.
Oh, what a bed.
Falling from 10,000 feet. And meeting turtles on Lady Musgrave Island. But first, the boys have a train to catch.
Queensland Rail Travel connects our state no matter which corner you're travelling from. The Westlander comes all the way from Charleville into Brisbane, connecting some of Queensland's rural communities to the city. We're on board for a special trip.
Growing up as twins, we've always had each other by our sides.
But these days, we've made a little extra room to include two beautiful ladies.
There you go. No worries.
Luke and I are treating our better halves, Rachel and Katie, to a weekend away in Brizzy. We've planned the whole thing. Lucky girls. So you excited for the weekend away?
Yes, what are we doing?
Well, that's it. Do you have any idea at all?
No, I know we're on a train, so it started this way, but then...
We've started high, haven't we?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to give anything away, but I can guarantee that you are going to love it.
Okay, I'm excited. Cannot wait.
So what do you reckon so far, your very first train experience?
Yeah, it's been really great. It's beautiful.
Beats driving?
Absolutely.
We don't get to visit the river city often, so why not stay right near the water?
I'm sure we'll be getting brownie points for this one. The Emporium Hotel is one of South Bank's newest additions.
What a view.
Oh, what a bed.
If you're after a getaway with all the bells and whistles, then we recommend a stay here.
Hey, Katie, come check out this bar.
Hang on a sec, I'm coming.
Actually, don't worry, stay where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Never have I ever seen anything like that.
And that's not the only impressive feature in these luxury river city suites.
Do you reckon that's a TV? That is going to be so sweet if it is.
Like all the detail.
Oh, it is!
This is incredible. Look at this view.
It is. It's pretty special, but it's a whole lot better where I'm about to take you.
Really?
Yep, and you got to bring your swimmers. Come on. On the 21st floor, there's a rooftop area. Grab a drink at the terrace bar or cool off next door. That is nuts.
That's an infinity pool.
Looks like it's just dropping off over the edge of the building.
Yep.
I can't say I've ever had a swim in a pool as high up as this. Talk about a bird's eye view. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wonder what Luke and Katie are up to.
I don't know, but it couldn't beat this.
While Cody and Rach are sightseeing from above, Katie and I are about to appreciate city views from another unique angle.
With all these green spaces around, how about we go for a picnic?
But we don't have a blanket or any food.
Where we're going, we don't need either of those.
Alrighty-o. Lucky I trust you.
As far as experiences go in Brisbane, you can't go past the wheel. As well as enjoying 360-degree views, you can spoil your special someone with a sky-high picnic.
What do you reckon?
It's beautiful. Great idea.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's been great. First time we've been on a train, first time I've been on this wheel.
A lot of firsts.
And there's more to come.
Oh.
I'm not going to say what, but there's one more surprise.
Huh?
Just going to say that the wine has been good, but I'm looking forward to a beer.
The beauty of being at South Bank is that there is always something on. At Munich Brauhaus, it's Oktoberfest all year round. The German-themed beer house has joined forces with neighbouring restaurants to put on a street party.
Think pretzels and pork knuckle, beer, and loads of entertainment featuring yours truly.
3, 2, 1, stop! Have a time.
Oh,
Your nail left the table. That takes you out of the competition. I'm sorry. That is not your nail.
Too strong.
You took it out. You're too strong for the game. It's actually a thing.
Better luck next time, Lukey. Let's see how Rach and I go on the dance floor.
Oh, good dancing, guys.
Cheers to a great weekend in Brizzy, hey?
You guys did exceptionally well.
Thank you. Hey.
If you'd like to impress your loved one, then listen up. The Queensland Rail Travel Team is giving away a great couples getaway package, which includes all the wonderful experiences we've enjoyed today. For all the details and to enter, head to our Facebook page.
Coming up after the break, Daredevil Dwayne takes to the skies.
From the dawn of time, man has looked to the skies and wanted to be above it all, soaring high or learning to fly. Today's story is equal parts nerves and excitement. It's a leap of faith, but it's not just a tandem skydive that I'm doing. I'm getting my skydive solo certificate. I'm checking in with Gold Coast Skydive, based in Coolangatta.
Anything you want to say to friends before we go?
Goodbye.
How you going?
Good, mate.
Welcome to Gold Coast Skydive.
Owner Archie Jamieson is one of Australia's top skydive cameramen and has introduced more than 600 new divers into the sport. Archie, I know it's one thing to challenge yourself, but to take it to a whole new extreme, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's a little bit daunting the first time, for sure. I started in the scary old days of round parachutes and static lines, so a little bit of a different story. I couldn't believe that I could be that scared and live. So I had to come back and do it again just to make sure it was real.
So even after all these years, 15,000 jumps, you still get a little bit nervous every now and again?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, depending on what it is that we're doing. Like if it's, nighttime over surface paradise with a bunch of pyrotechnics strapped to you, yeah, absolutely, I'm nervous,
And it makes you feel alive.
Yeah, best feeling in the world.
All right, well, stage one, the tandem. Let's give it a go.
Let's go and do it. Yeehaw.
The course I'm completing is the AF, the Accelerated Freefall, or A certificate, which takes novices like myself through the basics to earn your licence. And there's no mucking about.
Obviously, it's important that it fits correctly, firstly for comfort, but also just for so you don't fall out.
The first taster in learning to fly is a tandem jump. The nerves start to kick in.
Yeah, they'll really kick in when the door opens up there. That's when it goes from surreal to holy.
Oh my goodness! What a stunning day to be above the Gold Coast. There are blue skies as far as the eye can see, smiles all round, and it's my first turn under canopy. Here we go!
Now, if you want to do a turn, turn to the left, we pull on the left one. If we pull it a little bit, we turn nice and gently. To be right beside an international airport like this, there's nothing else like it on the planet.
Yeah.
We're so lucky and just such an incredible experience.
And part of that incredible experience is landing on the beach at Coolangatta. Oh!
There we go, brother. We live. Oh, congratulations. Welcome to the club, brother. Good on you.
Thank you.
The journey's just beginning, mate.
Deep breath, let's do this. Undoubtedly, the classroom element for the course is an important part, and for that, Roger Mulkey is taking charge.
We're going to start our deployment procedures, which is now wave, arch, locate.
Check in.
Okay.
Okay. Horizon, up, down, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Look, locate, peel, punch, pull, arch, target on the ground.
Get you down.
We get there.
The course that I'm doing is slightly modified from the norm, but being on the Gold Coast, we're using the best facilities at our disposal.
We teach them to fly here first, so that when we go out skydiving, then we concentrate on the skydiving, not the flying.
iFly is an indoor wind tunnel which simulates the effects of freefall.
They're all getting pushed around by about 200 kilometres an hour of wind. So if he's nice and relaxed in there, it's a lot easier to fly, but if he's fighting it a little bit, it'll be more like a physical challenge.
It is tough going in the tunnel. It's much more difficult than it looks.
How hard is it to learn without this?
It's still the main way that we teach all around the country at the moment, but it's more defined in here for sure.
Yeah.
And this way we can see and someone can stand there and give you the pointers. That's a good thing.
And those pointers are coming in handy, refining my technique.
Knees down, back up there. But that's going to create a very flat, slow free fall. Also what happens too is you get in there and you go, this is not as easy as I thought. Right, so this time I'm going to come in with you and we're going to aim to fly together. Hips forward.
Yep.
Knees a little bit closer together.
Knees better.
And relax.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, it's the real deal.
It'll be unrelaxing for a little bit.
And with a little more flying finesse, it's all starting to stick.
Finally, that has all come together. I think I'm ready for tomorrow.
After the break, it's 12,000 feet and no hands. Welcome back to Queensland Weekender, where it's a perfect day to jump out of a perfectly good aircraft.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
I'm sitting my Skydive A license, and it's not long till I go solo.
Arch, locate, grip, pull, emergency procedures.
Emergency procedures.
It's the final preparations for my first jump, and the full gravity of what I'm about to do is sinking in.
How'd that feel for you?
Stressful, yes. I think a lot of this is just repetition, getting you ready for the wind and everything that's going through your brain at that stage, because there is a lot going on. All right, let's do it. I don't think it's ever been so real.
No, setting in now.
It definitely is.
Carrying your own stuff.
Uh-huh. It's pretty amazing to think that, yesterday it was a tandem. I knew basically nothing about learning to skydive, and here we are, the first solo.
Today you're going to do a first solo, that's right. Yeah, it's a fairly quick course, but in perspective, you've done equivalent to about 30 skydives to what we did yesterday in the tunnel.
Yeah.
So the control is already there. We just got to stay calm and put it in the sky.
It's a mental game from here on in, isn't it?
Yeah, for a couple of jumps at least, yes.
It's a long ride to 12,000 feet. And when we're at height, it's doors up and free fall. This is the most insane thing I've ever done. Hurtling towards the ground, dropping 300 meters every 5 seconds. And after almost a minute of free fall, it's an overwhelming elation when the chute opens overhead.
Oh, what a view up here. I can see as far south as Byron Bay, as far north almost to Brisbane. Got the mountains out to the west. Ah, yeah, this is the best.
This is my drop zone, the Tweed River Race Club. And how's this for a rock star landing?
Yes! Woo! What a time to be alive! Come here. Oh. I'm speechless. It's kind of a surreal experience. You're flying at 200 k's an hour towards the ground. What a rush. Oh, yeah, let's go again. 1, 2, 3.
With adrenaline coursing through my veins, you can't stop me. Turns, fast fall, slow fall, backsliding and side sliding. The next few jumps fly by. This is a hoot.
Didn't quite nail the landing, but at least I'm on the ground.
It's the last day of the course, and Roger's got a few more hoops for me to jump through.
We're going to be doing a back loop in the sky, and then we're going to be going tracking across the sky.
Those nerves are coming back again.
And just to add more nerves, we're going to open a little bit lower.
Oh, good. Great. Let's go. Let's get
This plane airborne, eh?
The last couple of days we've been jumping at a comfortable 12,000 feet, giving us about 45 seconds of free fall. But the final hurdle in this course is what they call a hop and pop.
By this point, you can then go jumping out of the plane without an instructor as well. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. 5,000 feet. That's all I've got to work with on this jump. And success! I've done it!
3,500 feet, baby. Soaring higher than the eagle. Almost a perfect landing.
It's not for everyone, but this has been the most rewarding thing I have ever done.
So good. That was terrifying. Come here, Rog. Hey, mate. Oh, my goodness.
If you want to learn to skydive with the best, get in contact with Gold Coast Skydive in Coolangatta. For all the details, visit the Queensland Weekender website.
Gold Coast Skydive. Get on it.
Well, I sometimes think the Southern Great Barrier Reef doesn't get the credit it deserves. There are some great islands to be explored where you can get up really close to some beautiful coral, fish and wildlife, and I'll show you one of the best coming up after the break.
Hey mate, how are you? Good morning, good to see you out. Hey Bruno.
Brett Lakey has spent years working the waters of the Great Barrier Reef. His current luxury catamaran, called Main Event, is based in Bundaberg, and its crew takes tourists to the southern end of the reef. What do you love about the region itself?
The region itself, I think because it's probably one of the least explored regions on the reef, and due to the fact that it is so far offshore, it's not easily accessible for the average, boatie. So to allow guests to experience the reef in such a remote area is pretty special.
Their day trip destination is Lady Musgrave Island, and the 50-kilometre trip can be an adventure in itself.
Literally from the moment we leave port, we cross the path of the migrating humpback. So it's the entire day's the experience where, even though it's a journey getting to the reef, we get to experience the humpbacks on the way out.
2 hours later, we arrive.
Lady Musgrave is the only island on the entire Great Barrier Reef that has a navigable lagoon, which means throughout the day, people not only get to see the reef and an island, yet they're in sheltered waters, which is inside the reef, which is pretty special.
Look at that water. There are plenty of activities packed into the Lady Musgrave experience. And the first thing I'm going to do is take a glass-bottom boat tour to see what's down there.
And these lagoon environments, like this lovely lagoon here at Lady Musgrave Island, are great places for corals that can actually really thrive. So that's staghorn coral underneath us now, you can see that down there.
And turtles. Phil knows all their favourite hangouts. That is so cool. Well, that has got to be a highlight of the trip. I've never seen a turtle that big. It's awesome. The Coral Cay is also an important bird breeding site and turtle rookery. And George is giving us a guided island walk. It's a different world under the canopy of Personia grandis trees. When it's bird season, you can imagine how noisy it gets.
This island is recorded to have over 22 different species of birds, which is crazy because it's about 100 kilometres from shore.
Through the forest, the path meets the water near a dive site. National Parks does let a certain amount of people camp on the island, but it's one of those places where it's completely self-sufficient. You've got to bring everything with you. Once we return from the island, our lunch is waiting. And while everyone tucks in, Natalie shares some snorkelling tips. The afternoon is all about getting wet.
The best way to check if this fits is to pop it over your eyes and nose. Take a breath in with your nose and that sticks. That should be a good fit. For first timers, it's perfect, and we always have an in-water guide.
If you would like to follow me, I'll show you where the turtles are.
It's just really rewarding to see people who are quite hesitant at the beginning and you manage to get them in the water. They see what's under there.
Well, I've seen it through glass. Now it's time to see it for real.
The reef here is incredibly pristine and it's in really good condition, and there's just so much to see. I'll be snorkel guiding and we'll come up this close with a turtle and people will just go, oh my God, this is the best day of my life. And I just go, oh yes, that's amazing. You know, and being able to give people that experience is just awesome.
Lady Musgrave Experience Day Tours to the Southern Great Barrier Reef operate out of the Port of Bundaberg. They leave at 7 and you're back by 5. See our website for all the details. While you're online, check out our mates at Queensland.com and Queensland Rail Travel. And remember to keep tagging your pics to pop up in the show. Well, that was absolutely unreal. There are so many turtles down there. I feel like I'm coming across a little bit obsessed with turtles, but they are so cool. Anyway, it's time for me to ditch the wetsuit. Bye for now. We'll catch you for more Queensland Weekender next week.